Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I just wanted to create this video for you to kind of show you how you're going to do this demographic transition practice. The tools and the website aren't necessarily super user-friendly, so even though there are kind of these step-by-step directions, I wanted to also make a video for you guys that you could watch and follow step-by-step to get this done. Now, there's a lot on this page, but the first half is just directions on how to actually get there, and then there's only 2 questions to answer. So what I'm asking is please be mindful of these questions and make sure you are answering them in complete sentences and you are answering them thoroughly so I can give you as many points as possible, but also we can get a good takeaway from the lesson today. Okay, so let's take a look at this assignment really quick, and I'll take you through step by step. So you are going to take a look at the demographic transition, and here we're going to compare the age structure diagrams to where the country would be in their transition. So stages 1 through 4, and then the 5th stage is kind of an imaginary stage that people in theory would get to, but technically we don't have any countries in the 5th stage right now. So we're going to open up this tool. So I'm going to right click or click on here, and then I'm going to follow this link to the United States Census, and you are going to choose a country you want to work with. Now I've put in here, you can choose anything except the United States. So I'm going to do the United States in my example because you guys should not be doing this one. You might have to choose a well-documented country for this to work. So you might want to choose something like Canada, Australia, China, Japan, something like that. But certainly you are not restricted. You can choose your favorite country or a random country, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to do the United States here. And if we go back into our instructions, step 1, we've got to choose our population pyramid graph from select report. So that's going to be over here. So I'm going to scroll down to population pyramid graph. And then step 2 says start with 1950 and select every 5th year by clicking on the year while holding the control key. So if we go back here, we're going to scroll down to 1950. We're going to select 1950 first. In the bottom left-hand corner of your keyboard on your Chromebook or laptop, you should have your control button. So press and hold that, and then choose every 5 years. So we're going to do 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 2000, 2010, 2015, we're in 2020. Lord help us, this year has been crazy. I don't want 2019. And then we're going to go all the way, so we're going to go beyond 2020 as well. So 2025, 2030, 2035, 2040, 2045, and 2050. Okay, so that took me a minute, but also I wasn't going that fast. All right, so we're going to select every 5 years from 1950 all the way up to 2050. And then we're going to select the group's chosen country from the select one or more countries. We did that already. I already selected that. So that's over here in the country or area. So I chose the United States. This is where you select your country. Step 4 is to choose individual country data only and then submit. So over on the aggregation options, you're going to say show individual country data only, and we are going to submit. And it'll take it a minute and it'll process the report. Okay, so here are the graph data, and you can press play. And what will happen is that it should generate a report for your demographic transition. So it looks here like it's starting at 80. So that could just be because maybe the data is lacking. But definitely when we get into the 80s and through the 2000s, we can see our demographic transition, and it will just continue to change based on where we are in our demographic transition. So when you choose your country and you play this little report, it will show you how it changes over time. And you can kind of identify what's happening with the population in the country. So if we go back into our assignment, we're going to answer question 1. It says, note the changing population pyramids over time. What stages of demographic transition does this country pass through? And what factors are most likely responsible for these shifts? So if you're thinking about, the United States, we're definitely in our 4th stage of our transition. So we're an advanced country, we're developed, women have access to health care and education, women wait longer to have children. So those would be things that you would list if you're in a developed country. And then question 2, it says examine the population pyramid of this country in 2050. So what's the most likely environmental impact of this country in 2050? For help with this question, consider the resources used at each stage. And then this link should take you to kind of a separate place that goes over. That doesn't work. I'll try to find another one and put it there. But basically, if you think about environmental impact of a different country, if you are in a developed country like the United States, impacts could be things like, we're burning a lot of fossil fuels, we're polluting our planet in the name of economic gain. And then also for developing countries, you need to think about what resource availability will look like for the individuals in those countries with very large populations. So definitely make sure you are answering these thoroughly. You might need to do some research out of your textbook. You might need to go to some outside sources just to help beef up your argument, but that's okay because that's part of being in an AP class is, thinking critically and looking for sources to help support yourself and making sure that you understand the content. So I hope that this helps. I'm going to look for another resources link. I'm not sure what exactly was supposed to be there, but if I can find one, I'll link one. And if not, that's okay too, because you can still answer the question without it. So if you have any questions, let me know. And if not, I will catch you guys in the next one.